Okay, I'm tired of waiting. Good evening. I'm playing on an ultra wide monitor and have the scene cropped. We'll see if that matters when I get in here. They're quite capable. I've been playing this game on and off for a while off stream. Uh, Programmatic logic puzzle. I really enjoy it. I think I'm 75% of the way through the game at this point, so just thought I might crack away at one or two puzzles. What's this? They're quite capable. Dare say the best of the type I've seen, in fact. Trustworthiness. They'll likely stick to a dead built around shared aims. A deal built around shared aims. But they're not the types to develop blind loyalty. Why not meet them for yourself? They're holed up in an abandoned shop along the river. So, we play as an alchemist, not as in like the Full Metal type. But alchemists are able to combine base elements in different ways to form different things. And so we were the house alchemist for a prestigious family. And there was a conflict, and everybody in the house thought, oh, this is just, big talk with another house, but then the other house attacked. And so we have been displaced. We're on the run, hiding out, and we have been trying to aid in essentially the overthrow of the other house. You're sure you won't get in trouble? Hanging out in the bad part of town with a rogue alchemist? My parents don't know. I spend a lot of time in the observatory, and they always assume I'm there. Not as if they would check for themselves. It's a shame you never got to use Van Tassen's observatory when you visited. I was tasked with fixing it right afterward. Okay. I still had a nice time. Even though you were with Frederick? Frederick? What? Kind to me. You're the only one who ever... Really nice spending time with. It is true that kindness is a rare trait in a house. Wish I could have protected him. He didn't deserve the world he was. None of us do. Okay. There's a mini game called Sigmar's Garden. Really cool, and it popped up in the list of missions to hit the next milestone, but maybe later. So this is a raw lead ore. You'd have seen we had cases and cases around here. Why? Isolate individual elements? Oh, yes, exactly. Our soul. Sharp deduction, Clara. I've always been interested in alchemy, but my mother says it's too dangerous. Thinks I'd explode the place. Alchemy is dangerous, but not in the way your mother thinks. Want to get into the actual... Okay. You all can't see anything. Let me like for the sake of the stream, a stream, I'll sacrificing for you, chat. That should be all right. So here's the puzzle interface. We've got this puzzle board. This is ultimately what we're trying to create. And these are the ingredients we have to work with. This one actually gives us all the ingredients we need, so now it's just a matter of figuring out how to construct that particular shape. Which that's gonna be interesting. Okay, I think art. Yes. Ooh. And so down here on the bottom is the timeline where we can do programmatic. Use pellet grab. No, I do want it tracked. 8. Please. And this is just reset. Grab. Track. Right. Plus. And the atoms can't hit each other or the bases. Rotate, grab, so on. Okay. Now, if my mental image has worked correctly, this should at least construct the middle part. Out there's cast. Gonna step. Oh. I just did this entirely backwards. Okay. These are the targets. Interesting. Okay, these are the targets, and we get this. Okay. All right. Curses. Wise too. Breaker. Yeah, that's what I'm streaming at. So, and if you don't have sufficient viewership, Twitch won't give you quality options. It's just source. Okay. Work though. There's no way it's this easy. I'll make a send a trolley man. And grab. Two. That. I see. Like I can rotate. Reset. And then Still gonna take. Oh. In rotate. That point to it's okay. Don't feel bad. Oh. Stop it. that takes care of that. Rotate. Drops it. Crack. Grab. I think we're no. Really good. Hot. That grabs. Ah. The again. Bring in Ote. Ooh. that work? It does. Just have timing issue. It is very much a brain scratcher, and that's why I like it. Okay. Oh, okay. Indeed. That fit. Okay, awesome. I might have just solved this. I know I'm real close. Okay. Yeah. This is functionally solved. We've got one final timing issue. Rotate, drop, and grab, drop. Oh. Oh. Forgot to put in that last instruction. Might have to put a cycle override just to make the timing match up. Nope. Perfect. That is puzzle solved. And then it shows you how well you do compared to other players. Cost, I was par. My area was below par, but at the expense of number of cycles. All right, still nice to get below par in an area. That's fun. Extracting the essence of lead from ore. Something no alchemist has had to do for solving these ancient puzzles for yourself must be fascinating. Maybe. In a way, you're reinventing the field on your... One way to look at it. For my part, I keep thinking I've traveled backward in time. What fun, though. Retracing the origins of... Okay. So you can see down at the bottom there are 5 chapters, and then this last one, which I'm assuming is epilogue. So like this intro chapter, this was just tutorial. I don't know if I don't know what that last, but I'm in chapter 4 of the 5 numbered ones. I probably won't solve another full puzzle, but we can play a couple rounds of Sigmar's Garden. So to progress, I need to win 25 games, and Sigmar's Garden is just a basic matching puzzle. So these colored pieces, it's like to like. These that have the theta, that's assault, and those are wild. They can match with any color or themselves. These mercury can match with metals, which we don't have any exposed right now. Yeah, so some of the matches are kind of funky. Right now, we're not in a great spot. Oh, and light and dark match with each other. Really not in a great spot right now. But I'll do that so that we get some of these exposed. To be for them to light up, they have to be free on 3 sides. But that now. Light. That. Dark. Burn assault. Able to salvage. Unconvinced. Yep. Left with 2 unmatched. So did not win that one. Surprised we got that far. So much of the opening, I feel like if you're good, you could figure it out, but to me, it's just a lot of like clicking until patterns start to any salts can match with themselves. Actually, because that's ultimately what you want to do, is match salt with salt, because that means one of your potential matches wasn't missed, but the salts being wild give you a little bit of breathing room. Wow. Okay. Died that early in the game. Cool. This is less than stellar. Oh. Probably bad. Roll. Yep, there we go. There's a win. First time I tried to play this, because it never explains the rules, I was like, how the heck do you play this? So I Googled it, only to later find that there's this tiny button in the UI that if you click it, it tells you the rules. Not the best UX design. It's thinky. After I watched that video on the different play personalities that I made everybody in the Discord watch, it made me go back to my Steam library and be like, okay, what actually like fits what I apparently like and never fully realized I liked. And this game I had got from like a Humble Bundle ages ago. I was like, oh, that looks cool, and I really like it. Turns out I have a couple other games from the same company, and there are a few more. They've come out with more games since that I don't have yet, but I've got Steam library about 10 hours this game. So, you know, good like 15-hour playthrough. Not too daunting. Oh, this one not. Be able to make something out of this. Okay. This is coming together. Blues. Oh, that's another win. This is like as addictive as the rest of the game, honestly. This sucks. Wow. Okay. Rude game. Very, very rude. Ugh. Yeah, sometimes one thing that I do wish this game would do, and I guess just the algorithm would be really obnoxious to write, but I wish that if you got to an unwinnable situation, it just would tell you. I mean, it's easy enough to recognize, but it would just be kind of nice for it to be like, hey, you done fucked up. Yeah, right? It seems like such an obvious thing. Hey, vid. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just like computationally intensive. I don't know. Or maybe they're just like, hey, you're solving puzzles this whole time. You can figure it out. Yes. And get out. I mean, like they wrote the algorithm to generate the board every time. Like, I don't know. Just a weird design choice. For Remington at the door, who is not happy that I am in here, cannot. Reveal some. Doing all right. How have you been? I mean, doing all right, other than the fact that I was one move away from winning that puzzle. Uh, he has not shared anything in the Discord yet, but keep an eye on the Discord because Josh has news to share with, and I'm not going to steal his thunder and spoil it. Ben, I don't know if you're familiar with Zachtronics, but this is Opus Magnum, which is one of their puzzle games. It's a um it's good news. It's good news. Um which is a programmatic logic puzzle. This is just a side puzzle. Um and I was just killing some time, and I've almost spent as much time playing this side puzzle as I did the actual like progression puzzle, but such is the nature of these things. Yeah, I've managed to accumulate a few of them, and there are a few that thematically seem really interesting, but I'm trying to focus on the ones I already own first. This is the first one of theirs I've actually played. I've got about 10 hours in it, and I'm assuming about 3/4 of the way through it based on the number of chapters. Like, I'm halfway through chapter 4, and there are 5 numbered chapters, and then it looks like there's a spot for an epilogue. So 2/3, 3/4, somewhere in that vicinity. Yes. Well, baby, and he just had surgery too, didn't he? Just can't win. I'm glad to hear that, at least. All right, there's another solve. Thank you, thank you. Da, 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 da. So, I was telling Sinclair a little bit. Each symbol / color combination represents an air quotes element. The game is about this particular flavor of fictional alchemy, so it's elements in that sense. Like theta here represents salt. This whatever it is symbol represents mercury, and then you've got like air, fire, light, dark, etc., etc. And so each of these combine in different ways. Like each of the natural elements, like air, can match with air, salt can match with itself or any of the physical elements or you know, natural forces. Light can only match with dark. And mercury is used to progress the metallic elements, and so those go in a set progression order, and so every time you match a mercury with one of those, it lights up the next one in the progression order. So it's just, you know, a string of different matching logics. And this is a mean one, because what you really want most of the time is to be left with a bunch of salts so that they can just match with each other. We're out the gate having to use salts as wilds, which is just mean. Actually, dark. Um, um, dark, mercury, metal, air. And the tiles become available if they are free on 3 consecutive sides. This is an exception because it's one of the metals that can only be unlocked with mercury, but that's it. This particular pattern. Okay, so like that mercury, that. Ooh. This has to be one of the this to get rid of that so that I free up this light so it can pair with that. And then I want this blue, so I'll use this mercury to unlock that one. And can fire, free up this salt. That would unlock a dark. Else. Gross. Those out. Give me. There are 4 green, so I have enough matches of those. My fire and my water, I have an uneven number, so those 2 salts that are left have to be reserved for that. Those. Okay, so this salt has to go with that fire. And I just screwed up. And now we're in an unwinnable state. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. That's ground. Oh. All right. Ugh. Gross already. Already we're out of matches. Cool. Very cool. Cool. Okay. Oof. This is. Up anything? Um. Get good. And okay. Helpful. One's also. That's a solve. Down 30. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I'll probably call it quits here soon. I wasn't even sure I was going to break an hour. Thank you. And here we are, right over an hour. Blue. That one's now unwinnable. End up with one left over. I think I'm going to call it at next success. Seems reasonable. See, when they're interior angles like that, it's harder to get the 3 free. This one just barely is, but these that sort of fan out, ultimately it's a hex grid, so they're the same number of sides, but allows for a little more flexibility. Okay. Here we go. All right. Cool. Yeah, I've been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes. I hope everything's going okay. OBS has not reported any dropped frames. That's been an issue. Stream stability. Okay, great. Stream stability has been sort of an issue, and OBS would just scream and say your interface is overloaded, and it would never say what that meant or what interface it was, and everything online seemed to indicate that it was a GPU. And even though my GPU is plenty powerful enough to do all of this, I thought, oh, it's some sort of driver implementation issue or something. And I spent a fair chunk of time and never found a satisfactory conclusion. But recently I tried to stream again, and after running into some issues, some some weird circumstances. I noticed that it got really bad while I had a file transfer running, which made me then think that it's, network related. And unfortunately, where I'm up here, it's wireless, and I'm right above the router. But I ended up doing some finagling, moved the router to a better location, changed my Wi-Fi channels, because for whatever reason my router set on auto chose a channel that had a ton of interference, so manually set to an open channel, and it's been pretty much stable ever since. So it was apparently just a wireless interference issue. OBS is screaming at me now saying it's overloaded, so there might be a dropped frame or two, but it's using just a cheap little chip that's internal. I put a PCI card in there to try to resolve the issue and have external antennas, but that particular chipset is notoriously flaky on Linux, and even though I had it up and running, it would intermittently just stop working, and I would have to turn the Wi-Fi off and back on to get it to reconnect. So that's not exactly sustainable. If it's working okay, great, we'll proceed, but I haven't completely ruled out the possibility of, if I find another Wi-Fi card using preferably an Intel chipset, because Linux and Intel play nice with each other when it comes to Wi-Fi chipsets. If I find one for $20 or something on sale Black Friday, I might grab it and throw it in here to try to make sure things stay stable. But that seems to have mostly fixed the issue. Like I say, as I was saying this, OBS flashed up a thing and said, hey, problems, but they resolved after like 2 seconds. So here's hoping. But anyway, you all have a good rest of your week. I have no idea when I'm going to stream again. It's impossible to tell. Soonest possibility though is Saturday. But anyway, have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Get some rest. If you're in one of the areas that's been cold, stay warm. And I will talk to you all